Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our July 15th board meeting. Please join us in the pledge. Mr. Jakubowski.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Here.
Councilman McCarthy.
Here.
Councilwoman Miller.
Here.
Councilwoman Zarello.
Here.
Councilman Loman.
Yeah.
Okay, before we start this afternoon,
Sure.
we want to announce that we're proud to share the start of a new tradition here at the town of Smithtown. Each month, we will take a few moments at the start of a board meeting to recognize a town employee who goes above and beyond service to our community. And no elected officials are excluded, just in case. Behind the scenes on our day-to-day operations are incredible individuals whose dedication and kindness often go unnoticed. This is our opportunity to shine a well-deserved spotlight on them and express our gratitude on behalf of the residents of Smithtown. Today, we kick off a new tradition by honoring a seasonal employee who is just beginning his career journey, but has already made a meaningful impact. Joseph Marchese, parks attendant at Gibbs Pond Park, recently caught the attention of some of our residents for his kind and empathetic during a particularly dangerous heat wave. A group of young boys had stopped at the park to use the vending machines, but did not have enough change so that they could use the machine. Without hesitation, Joseph took bottles of water from his own cooler and gave them to the boys so they could cool down and avoid a health risk that comes with extreme heat. What made this moment even more special was the nearby children saw what Joseph did and shared his story with their parents. It became a wonderful teaching moment, one that left those parents so moved they made sure to let us know about Joseph's kindness. It's no surprise that Joseph's mother, Cecilia Marchese, who works at our senior center and treats every member like family, clearly the values of compassion and the community run deep in their household. Joseph, your actions showed maturity, leadership, and genuine care for others. We are proud to have you on our team, and we are even more excited to see that all you will accomplish in the future. So please come forward and accept our certificate of recognition. Great job. Great job.
Those are the rules. Make sure I got everybody. Great, Supervisor.
Hey there, come on. Come on, everybody, let's go. Everybody get in this picture with Joseph.
Right here is good.
Thank you.
You got them all in the back? Make it a team effort.
Make sure I got everybody. Alright, here, let's do. Thank you so much.
All good?
Especially if you want to carry it. Thank you.
Grab it, they're waiting for it to go poof. Either her or Eddie, I'm trying to catch either one of them, slide it back, ready to roll out the window over here. Yeah. The two of you, yeah.
Joseph, keep up the good work, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, we will move, we have two site plans today. Ms. Murray will be presenting, I believe.
Hello Supervisor, members of the board. Let me pull up our presentation. We have two site plans on the agenda for today. The first is an application by Comac Shopping Center, BJ's. It's multifaceted. The first part is for a roughly 3,600 square foot bank in the parking lot. They are also proposing the construction of a new filling station associated with BJ's and then associated site work. So this is the site in Comac on the south side of Jericho Turnpike 454. This is the location of the site. You can can see the perimeter of the entire property here. BJ's is over here. This is where the proposed bank will go. You're gonna have the proposed filling station behind what is the Michael's Craft Store. And then they have a small propane exchange that's gonna be proposed in this area. This is the site plan showing all of the improvements. Associated with the improvements, they are also proposing to expand and realign the entrance and exit from the main road here, adding another right turn lane. This is the northeast corner of the property where the proposed pad site for the Wells Fargo Bank is going to be. There'll be a drive-through. You can see some realignment of the parking stalls as well. In the back of the Michaels is where you're gonna have the proposed filling station. So it's 8 pump islands in the filling station as well as a canopy. The way that the traffic flow will work is that you will pull in. This is just, this is all associated with the BJ, so it's a BJ's membership. Yeah. So you'll pull in and it's a one-way traffic flow. Pull in, drive down this traffic aisle here, and then these are the 8 filling pumps that you can see here. So you'll pull in, right or left, and then pulling back out to exit the site. I'll point out that the area just to the left here, just to the west, is the Fairfield apartment complex. They currently have a 10-foot buffer from the parking now to the apartment complex. They'll be extending that to a 20-foot buffer.
Okay, good.
These are the elevations for the bank, which is the pad site in the northern portion of the property. This is the east elevation, west elevation, and these are the north and south elevations. So this is the elevation, this is what you would see from the main road. These are the elevations associated with the pump station, with the fueling station. So you have the canopy as well as all of the pumps. Here's an aerial showing the location where the pad site will be for the bank. So right in this location here. Over here is where you have the proposed propane exchange. And let me get a good one for the back. Back here is going to be where the filling station will be. So here you'll see there'll be a slight realignment of this entrance and exit, again with the extra aisle here, and then you'll pull around back for the filling station. And here's where the expanded buffer will be.
Oh, okay.
The conditions of approval are pretty much the standard conditions for all site plans, which would be to obtain all applicable building permits. The applicant will be required to install orange mesh construction fencing around the limits of clearing. They're also required to get approval from the fire marshal before the building permits are issued. They need a highway work permit from New York State DOT for any improvements along Vets Highway, which is here. And then they need to maintain a stormwater pollution plan on site during the construction process. So, yes?
Where is the bank going to be? In the back, did you say?
No, the bank is going to be right along Vets Highway. The bank is going to be in a pad
So it's
site.
gonna be in their parking lot?
It's going to be in the parking lot.
But it's not a BJ's, part of BJ's. It's-
Correct. It's a
they're
standalone.
Leasing property from BJ's, is that it, or?
So the BJ's is in the Comac Shopping Center, so it'll be a tenant of the Comac Shopping Center, but a pad site.
Okay, so it's in the front. I don't know why I
Yes.
thought I heard you say bank. Thank
Yep.
you.
Next to the diner, next to Candlelight.
Well, the diner's across the,
Well, I mean,
Across the-
across
Right.
the road, but in that area.
okay,
Any other questions by the board?
thank you.
Okay, thank you. Go to number 2.
So the second site plan that we have on the agenda for today is a site plan, the applicant for Tansy Plaza, which is the cornerstone in Kings Park. It's a proposal to demolish a 1,500 square foot restaurant on the Tansy Plaza site and the construction of a roughly 45,000 square foot, 3-story apartment building with 46 units and below-grade parking and associated site work. The Board of Zoning Appeals heard this application and made a decision back in March. They approved the special exception for the accessory apartments, as well as numerous setback variances, the height variance that was required, gross floor area. So what's pending before the board currently is the layout, and I'm gonna go through some of the details there. Let me zoom in here. This is the subject site that you see outlined in red. Here's the current Tansy Shopping Center Plaza. This is the site where the existing restaurant is that will be removed. Here's the site plan. Scroll down a little here. I have a blow-up that's on the chairs in front of you for anybody in the audience that wants to see. The gray area here is the footprint of the proposed building, and what you see is the parking stalls in the below-grade parking. So this will be the layout of the parking, and then you've got the building that goes above that. Here's one of the elevations. I'm going to go through the elevations kind of quickly because we have a rendering of it as well. So this is the rendering of the proposed building from Meadow Road West. It'll be located on the north side of Meadow Road West. Again, this general area is right where is where the existing restaurant is. Here's an aerial of the site showing the other buildings that are on the property. So associated with this site, you have the hardware store as well as the Rite Aid and the shopping center. Here's the railroad just to the north, and this will be the location of the proposed building. Just a blown-up section of where the building would be. And so the applicant has agreed to a number of conditions of approval. I'll read them for the board. There's also a full set of the conditions included in your packets. Let's go. Maybe we'll do this. So the conditions include your typical conditions for building permits. This is within the extended sewer district. The applicant is required to get a letter of sewer availability from Suffolk County DPW prior to the issuance of any building permits. As far as we understand from DPW, that should not be an issue. They've indicated that there is availability, but we still require that letter from them. Prior to the issuance of a building permit, they will also be required to provide a design for temporary sheeting and bracing along the west property line, which is where the building is just a few feet away from the west property line, backs up to the adjoining property. So they had to provide the engineering details for that. The applicant and the application will be required to comply with the Long Island Workforce Housing Act and the town's workforce housing policy, which will permanently allocate 5 affordable housing units, workforce affordable housing units. That'll be a requirement that's placed in the covenant that goes with the deed, and they'll have to comply with the town's policy. One other condition that we are requiring is that they coordinate with the Long Island Railroad, the MTA, prior to starting any construction and demolition activities, and that they get any necessary permits from the Long Island Railroad with respect to that. They will further require a highway work permit from the town highway department, as they will be doing work on Meadow Road West. One condition that has been included in the recommendations is that they work with both the Town of Smithtown Planning Department, the Highway Department, and Suffolk County Economic Development and Planning to ensure that any of the improvements on Meadow Road West advance the streetscape project that we had for the downtown revitalization program. So that'll be extended sidewalks, some better restriping in order to improve pedestrian access in that area, making sure that the concrete, brickwork or stamped concrete is consistent throughout Meadow Road West as it will be on Jericho Turnpike. The applicant, of course, is required to comply with all conditions of approval that the Board of Zoning Appeals had placed on it. We are requiring that they coordinate with Suffolk County DPW Bus Transit Unit, as there is an existing bus shelter in front of the site that will have to be relocated, and so they're required to work with the transit unit to make sure that that's located properly. Landscaping will have to be approved by the planning department, and the stormwater pollution prevention plan will have to remain on site during all construction. So if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
For clarification for myself, my understanding is that there will remain ample parking for the retail center that's there as well, correct?
So the applicant had submitted a parking study with the Board of Zoning Appeals. The Board of Zoning Appeals granted the variance with the information that had been provided from that parking study that there should be ample parking on the property.
Also, interior, my understanding also is that there will be some studio apartments included in this complex?
Yes, I have the breakdown, and I can provide the breakdown to the board if you're.
That's fine, I just
if there's
want
a
to
number.
just
Yeah.
make sure I'm clear that there were some studios that were available as well.
Yes, yeah, there are a number of studios, mostly one bedroom, then you have slightly larger one bedrooms and two bedrooms.
Very good, thank you. Any other questions by the board? Thank you, Ms. Murray. These site plans will be voted on at the conclusion of the meeting. Thank you very much. We will move, sitting as Board of Water Commissioners.
We have minutes approval for June 10th, 2025, and town clerk to advertise for bid 25069, water distribution system maintenance.
Councilman Loman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm?
Yes, reconvene as town board, and we'll continue with the agenda.
Correspondence, Nisququag River State Park Foundation 5K Turkey Trot, November 27, 2025, 8:45 a.m. until approximately 10 a.m. Kings Park High School Homecoming Parade, October 18, 2025, 12 p.m. until approximately 2 p.m. Smithtown Fire Department Charity Run, August 9, 2025, 11 a.m. until approximately 2 p.m. Smithtown Chamber of Commerce 5K Running of the Bull, October 25, 2025, 7:30 a.m. to approximately 12 p.m., and the June 2025 Building Department report. Advertised for public hearing, there are two, both to be held on August 12, 2025 at 2 p.m., Town Hall, Victor T. List Boardroom, 20 Dawson Avenue, Kings Park, removal and remediation of violations, and Town Board to consider proposed local law 10-2025, Chapter 324 of the Town Code entitled Moratorium on Battery Energy Storage Systems.
Councilman Loman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm?
Yes,
Consent agenda, there's minutes approval, June 10, 2025. Comptroller items 1 through 17, and Comptroller resolutions 1 and 2 as they appear on the agenda.
does anyone on the board wish to remove any resolutions from the consent agenda?
No.
Mr. Clerk?
Councilman Loman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm?
Yes,
Town Board to issue a secra negative declaration in the matter of application for site plan approval, Jeffries Management Corporation for the Comac Shopping Center, BJ's Filling Station and Bank, as stated in the memorandum from David A. Barnes, Environmental Protection Director, dated July 8, 2025. In the matter of the application for site plan approval for TTB Kings Park Tansy Plaza in Kings Park for the reasons as stated in the memorandum from David A. Barnes, Environmental Protection Director, dated July 8, 2025.
Councilman Loman?
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack?
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy?
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm?
yes,
Town Board to authorize the town clerk to advertise for bid number 25066, animal shelter supplies. Bid 25065, lawn and garden supplies. and bid 25071, proposed improvements to the Long Beach Marina South.
Councilman Loman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm.
Yes.
Town Board to approve bid number 25058, used tow behind beach rake to H. Barber and Sons. Bid 25062, mobile office trailer to Casone Leasing. Bid 25064 for cast iron drainage items to General Foundries. And bid 25059, annual requirements contract for traffic signal maintenance materials to Kelly N. Hayes Electrical, GAC Inc., doing business as New England Traffic Solutions and Traffic Systems, Inc.
Councilman Loman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm.
Yes.
Town Board to award request for proposal 25051, maintenance and repair of physical systems to Warren LFG Services, Miller Environmental Group, and EnviroTrack.
Councilman Loman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wilhelm.
Yes.
Town Board to approve town attorney or appropriate official to enter into a stipulation of settlement or agreement and consent to entry of an order with regard to various tax certiorari matters for various tax years per recommendation of the sole assessor and town attorney. Agreement to engage with JKL Municipal Accounting Solutions for professional consulting services for accounting system upgrade assistance. Addition of SAM-New York Geospatial to the town's pre-qualified list of professional service consultants. Authorization to commence an action at federal court level against the State of New York, Kathleen Hochul, and other appropriate parties to challenge the validity of the even-year election law, and further approve ratification of the town attorney's execution of a retainer agreement with Brewer Attorneys and Counselors in connection with this matter. Authorize Doreen Perino, Program Director of the Senior Center, to execute a catering agreement with Flower Field for a luncheon to be held on May 13th, 2026. Extension of bid 24057, processing and recycling of yard waste with Omni Recycling of Babylon. Purchase of network hardware from SHI International. Agreement on behalf of the Hopog Ambulance District with the Central Islip Hopog Volunteer Ambulance Corps. An extension of agreement with Michael's Pack Dog Training to provide various programs for the animal shelter for a one-year term. Extension of agreement with Global Fueling Systems for a one-year term, providing professional monitoring services for fuel storage tanks at various town facilities, including access to a license for the town's use of base camp software. Highway Department, 2-month rental of a track loader. Renewal of electronic medical records maintenance and support agreement with Celerity LLC. Extension of bid 25025 for bearings, sprockets, and chains with Lackle Equipment. The disposal of computers and equipment to be recycled at the Municipal Services Facility. Town Board to concur that the proposed action to authorize the restoration of the Smithtown Library's basement improvements to a portion of its main floor and exterior drainage mitigation after a major flood event, and to authorize the issuance of bonds to finance said project is a SECRA Type 2 action. Comptroller to release cash deposit in the amount of $25,000 to Reliable Tree Services, submitted in lieu of a performance bond for bid 24024, which was originally submitted under bid 21035, drainage, sump clearing, and maintenance. Adopt Local Law 5, previously heard as proposed Local Law 9-2025, amendments to Chapter 164 of the Town Code entitled Fire Prevention in relation to wood-burning stoves, pursuant to a public hearing held on June 10th, Secra Type 2 declaration, and the recommendation of the town attorney.
Councilman Lumen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Town Board to accept a donation on behalf of Horizons Counseling and Education Center from Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration for 2025. Accept donations in memory of Margaret Tershman on behalf of the Animal Shelter. Accept a donation on behalf of the Recreation Department for professional services for high caste services. Accept as complete for purposes of SECRA review the final environmental impact statement prepared by VHB Engineering and Surveying for a change of zone petition 2023-01 for Beechwood Smithtown LLC Country Point Estates at Kings Park, and to authorize the town clerk to advertise same with public consideration period commencing on Thursday, July 17, 2025, and to close at 5 p.m. on Monday, July 28, 2025.
Councilman Lumen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Authorize the supervisor to execute the following resolutions on a form approved by the town attorney. An agreement between Recreation Department and Movies in the Moonlight to retain movie screening services at Callahan's Beach. Agreements with various fire departments and districts outside of the town of Smithtown to utilize the Edward Mankusky Fire Training Center from July 1, 2025 through December 31, 2028. Apply for funding through the New York State Consolidated Funding Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation in accordance with provisions of Title IX of the Environmental Protection Act of 1993 for the rehabilitation of Burr Winkle Park, and to further authorize the supervisor to sign any and all documents necessary on a form approved by the town attorney. Zimmerman Law, PC, 2025 retainer agreement, and an agreement with WordPay LLC to implement an online payment system under the New York State Office of General Services Procurement Services Group 79008 Payment Processing Services under contract PS 68916.
Councilman Lumen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Approve settlement in the matter of Ann Shaw versus the Town of Smithtown and Lois Wagner versus the Town of Smithtown.
Councilman Lumen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes.
Personnel items A through BB as they appear on the agenda.
Councilman Lumen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes. That concludes resolutions. We will return sitting as Board of Site Plan Review.
Minutes approval for June 10th, 2025, and the two site plans presented today by Allison Murray, one for Tansy Plaza Cornerstone and the other for Comac Shopping Center, BJ's Filling Station and Bank.
Councilman Lumen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack.
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy.
Yes.
Supervisor Wareheim.
Yes. That concludes resolutions. We will move to the public portion. We have speakers.
Nick Blyenberg.
Okay, before we have the gentleman come up, public participation is subject to the rules of decorum that you have on your speaker cards as per Town Code, Section 76.7. The public portion is for town-related matters only. Any unsubstantiated, unverified, or material false information will be interrupted. 3-minute rule will be strictly enforced. When you hear the tone, you have 1 minute left to complete your statement. And you can go ahead, sir.
I'd like the town to consider a revision to the noise ordinance right now. I live at 77 Maple Avenue, and across the street is a Planned Parenthood. So there's protesters that have been there for as long as I've lived, and I lived in the town for 30 years. Normally, they're just protesting with signs. As of about 2.5 years ago, they have started to use an amplification device. Unfortunately, the town code specifically creates an exemption for amplification in public roadways or right-of-way. I checked across other towns, including New York City, there is no such exemption in those specific town codes. I pulled the complaints from public safety, and that's been going on for at least 2.5 years. I believe the first complaint that was in here is from 2023 in February, if not March. I would like the town to consider either removing that exemption, because when I called Southampton Police Department to address the noise complaints, they're not able to do this because they refer this to the town public safety. Public safety is not able to do anything because there's an exemption for them to do this. The gentleman that does use the PA system is aware of the regulations, because I have heard him argue with other people, and there's been verbal arguments across multiple months where they're instigating people. There are people who come over and say, can you please lower the volume? They don't adhere to this, and unfortunately, I've worked with Martin Simon from the department, with the attorney, and he is trying to get this brought up to the board so that there could be a review and ways to mitigate this, but this has been going on for years. They do this every Friday morning, occasionally Saturday morning. Town public safety is aware of this. I have called as recently for a Tuesday morning as well. They generally do this from approximately 8 a.m. in the morning until 11 or 12. I work from home, so this does impact me almost every week. I don't know what else, does the board have any questions?
This is what is it, a PA system that they're using there?
They use a speakerphone. The Department of Public Safety is well aware of
Okay.
this situation.
So if you will give your contact information to the clerk, I will confer with the town attorney, we'll look into your statements, and we'll get in touch with public safety, and then we'll return a call to you.
Okay, I do have another gentleman here who is a resident of the apartments as well with me, in the same building, and he does have the same concerns as well.
Okay, we'll definitely look into it, just leave your contact information with the clerk, and then we'll get back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other speakers?
No, no.
There are no more future speakers, I will move to close the meeting.
Second.
Councilman Lohman,
Yes.
Councilwoman Inzarello,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noack,
Yes.
Councilman McCarthy,
Yes.
Supervisor Lehan.
Yes, thank you all for attending this afternoon.